problems elsewhere. So they all came together under Ted's leadership, and he didn't know anything about soccer. But hey, maybe it wasn't about that. They knew how to play. What they didn't have was what it took up here, the right attitude to work together, work independently, and make it happen. So you got Ted, but then you've got the owner of the organization. She just wants to stab a finger into her ex-husband's eye. We all love that. We all love getting back, especially when he's a toad like her ex-husband was. So many different aspects, so many different tendrils. It moves extremely fast. So as you're watching it, you see all these other things pop up. It'll have Ted, but then it'll go to Coach Beard, but then it'll go to Nathan, then it'll go to Roy Kent. Everybody loves Roy Kent. He's no. All right. I mean, how can you deny that? These are great storylines and great individual acting efforts. The multiple tendrils and fast-paced. If you started reading in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s, you might have picked up Hunt for October by Tom Clancy. And that had 3 main plots that were interweaving throughout the story. And you read it, it's like, holy cow, these are the 3 stories here, and they're all coming together. And they come together at the end. It's like that weaving was unique at the time. And you see that with a show like Ted Lasso, where they're all weaving, and then all of a sudden they all come together. And these are all different ones. So it's like a braided knot. The main characters, the main plots, the subplots, the side plots. It's crazy. Coach Beard's romance, that was crazy. Ted, when he goes for counseling with a psychologist, and he flips out on her. It's like, oh my God, that's not him. What was that all about? Yes, you learn later. You learn later. It's like the boomer generation. You don't talk about your feelings. That's stupid. Well, that's you need to learn to. You need to do it in a healthy way. And that's what Ted learned. And so we got to learn it with him. What a great thing. So the series had romance, it had action, it had mystery, it had philosophy, and it had humor. Humor, of course. Humor and romance are 2 of the biggest things that you need to include in almost all stories, which is crazy, but that's those are what people are looking for, and especially as side tendrils. You don't have to have romance as a main plot is challenging and tricky to pull off. Romance as a side plot is everywhere, and you see it and you think about it. Same thing with the humor, getting that in there and including that. That's just, people like to laugh. They like to enjoy. And Ted Lasso, I think the overarching premise is an average guy doing extraordinary deeds. Ted Lasso, I submit to you, is a superhero movie. So, ordinary guy doing fantastic things. It's Batman, it's Iron Man. Look at this. They're doing great things. They're just average Joe, average Ted. So Ted Lasso, eminently watchable, good all the way around, telling a story that people believe is true in regards to fanatical fans, which that's what fan is short for, fanatic. So fans and loyalty and commitment and degradation, like the guy giving Ted the finger out on the, 2 fingers because they're in the UK, out on the street, and he knew him, and they all waved and said hi and drank coffee together. This is the kind of thing that when we escape from our everyday lives, we want to see this. We want to see people win. We want to see people get better. We want to be sad with people, but then we know it's going to get better because they're going to do something about it, and people, their friends, are going to help them. And this is what that story is about. This is what your stories can be about. So go after it, get it, and include those elements. Make your story complex, but still moving forward quickly. Don't make it so complex that the tendrils go off the page. The tendrils need to come back together. Peace, fellow humans.